welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is okay, and I really hope that you enjoy watching this video, and I hope that it can kind of give you some motivation to allow change and accept that change has to happen. And that is the first thing I want to say, is that you have to accept change, and that is uncomfortable, that is going to be messy, that is going to be horrible, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be torture, it's going to feel painful, but you have to go through the storm to get to where you need to be. We genuinely gravitate towards what feels familiar in life, and although the familiarity makes you feel like that's what makes you happy and that's what keeps you safe and that makes you feel comfortable and good, actually it's probably the opposite. We tend to stay in that zone because that's what feels known and that's what feels safe, but when you start making changes, it kind of feels unsafe and you feel like you're in danger. The unknown is seen as a threat, and that's just the way that we are wired up as humans, and it's completely natural and completely normal to feel that way. So don't ever question why you feel that way, and don't doubt yourself either, because it's just a natural instinct that we have. Doing something different brings feelings of uncomfortableness and discomfort, but with action and repeatedly doing it, it does become easier and better. Letting go of having so much control of things, and for me personally, that is the weight, the scale, the weighing, and I think that you really need to understand that the weight on the scale is only a tiny aspect of your health, and it doesn't define your worth. And weight from a scale weighing is just not really accurate anyway, because weight fluctuates. You could be holding on to more water, your hormones could be affecting it, your sleep, how well you slept, if you got enough sleep, if you didn't, that affects your weight, how stressed you are, and just so many different factors, even down to going to the toilet will affect what the scale says, and you just shouldn't be relying on that to determine how you feel and what your worth is or how your mood is. And I know that that's so much easier said than done. However, I think that it's important to kind of reflect on how you feel and look at it that way rather than what the number says. You might be living in a place that's better than where you were, however, it's not where you should be, and it's not only costing your health but also your happiness. So I think it's important to dig deep and just ask, are you happy where you currently are? And I'm doing this to myself as well. We're in this together, and I know that it's really hard, but I just want to make people feel less alone in this and hopefully shed some motivation. And yeah, I also just want to say I don't like the term healthy, because what is healthy? Because it can look so different for everybody, and I just want to highlight that as well. I hope you enjoy watching. It is just going to be a chilled video. It's not a what I eat in a day. It's just going to be showing bits of what I'm doing and just kind of talking really, and just showing that you do have to accept that you are going to gain weight, and you have to gain weight in order to have a healthy functioning body again. And I know that it's only a small aspect of things, but I feel like this has to come before the mental side comes. Anyway, I'll see you later, and I hope you enjoy watching. I am just making my dinner, but I'm just having some of this sourdough, which is banana, cinnamon, cranberry. And then I've also got some raspberry chia jam that needs using, so I'm just gonna have a quick interlude. Back to making dinner. I haven't had the halloumi grated before. I love a loaded avo toast. Oh my god. That is bloody delightful. Oh my god. halloumi and avocado is such an elite combo, and when it's grated and crispy like that, that is genuinely insane. You have to try. I just made this as well, so I'm gonna have some banana bread, my favourite. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I get really itchy feet and I want to move things around like in my space just so it feels a little bit different. I have decided that I've pushed my bed up to the wall, so I've got a little bit more space. Let me know in the comments if anybody else gets this now and again where you just feel like you need to change your space. Anyway, just thought I'd share. I've also put a new Invisalign in today, and I'm using these things that you bite down on because it makes them like fit, but they're honestly so painful. I'm gonna finish cleaning and then I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna actually have a bath later. Hello everyone. I've got chocolate around my mouth. That's because I've just made some sweet potato brownies and I've just been licking the bowl. It's delicious. I am going to prep some dinner for this evening just because it's going to probably take half an hour to cook anyway. I'm making a curry with a vindaloo paste that I made. It's very, very, very spicy. I will show you the brownies because I think they probably are on fire right now. The trouble is, I didn't clock what time I put them in. This is the vindaloo that I made. I'm gonna add to the chicken now that it's kind of cooking. Got some edamame, some corn, pepper, sprouts, and I think there's sugar snaps in there. Oh, I'm feeling hungry now. I didn't feel hungry, but now I can smell this. I definitely am. I'm excited. The sweet potato brownie is done as well, so that looks delicious. I'm just gonna let it completely cool and then I'm gonna cut it up and I'm gonna have some with some full fat Greek yogurt. And I've got some raspberries to put on the top. The curry is ready. I've got my rice and I'm just gonna top with this lovely curry that I've made. This is my chicken vindaloo curry. Added veggies, topped it with some parsley, and I've got a bed of rice underneath. I feel like I haven't had a weekend where I've just chilled and made some nice food, and yeah, because obviously I was in Vienna, and then what happened last weekend? I'm not sure, but yeah, I was in Vienna and then I don't know, I just feel like this is the first time I've like cooked some nice food and just chilled. Yeah, it's cooked. Oh, that's delicious. My mouth is on fire, but it's such a nice fiery heat. I really like it. And I'm gonna have some Greek yogurt now, so that's gonna be perfect to accompany the lovely curry. I've just cut up the brownie and I've had a little bit of it, and then I've added some Greek yogurt to it with some berries. I am using the 5% Fage with this as well, so it's going to be so creamy and so nice. But I've topped it with hazelnuts and I did add some cinnamon. But yeah, this looks delish. I keep nibbling a bit off this other piece here. Right, I'm gonna have to have a bit more. So good. Literally goes perfect with the Greek yogurt. You could have it with ice cream as well. I haven't got any, but it would be nice. You could heat it up maybe and then have ice cream with the hot cold combo. I'm so full, but it was honestly so nice. I'm gonna finish that last bit there. That is got my name on it. I've just had my iron supplement. I thought I would just talk about this just because this is a brand that does all kinds of supplements and they aren't with any kind of nasties in them and they are affordable. I've been taking this iron for probably like over a year now and my iron levels are completely fine and within range, which is absolutely so good because at one point they were really low and the GP tried to get me to have ferrous sulfate tablets and I was very reluctant. Now, there's nothing wrong with what the GP prescribed. I felt like it could be quite harsh on your stomach and bring some side effects, and I can say for me, I know that everybody's body digests things in a different way, but this has been really good and gentle, but also effective. Yeah, I just thought if anybody was interested, the brand is Viridian and they have so many different things. I know a few people might also feel this way as well, and it's okay if you also don't, but I'm trying to say this in a nice way without making anything else sound like it's bad for you, because it's not. It's just personal choice, and I hope that that's come across the right way. I really do. I have made a lemon tea. I'm gonna have a bath tonight. I'm so excited. I really don't like hot baths though. Whenever I have a bath, I just feel, I don't know, I'm not used to it. Some people are like religiously bath people, but I've always been a shower person. You actually deserve to eat nice food and feel good and have a slow evening and just have a bath and just relax. Like, that's okay. So this is your sign. Do it. The end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching and I hope that you can take something away from this. I'm not gonna make this outro long. I do just want to say that time is passing, time is not waiting, and you can either pass time by feeling sad, miserable, weak, unhappy, not confident and suffering, or you can switch the agenda and you can pass time building on yourself, making changes, getting stronger, getting healthier, getting happier. And that's the mindset that I'm in. And it's just like a penny has dropped and it's like, wow. Yeah, you can either pass the time wasting the time, or you can pass the time making them steps to get to where you need to be. Get excited by that. Unfortunately, I know that sometimes you have to kind of be in that right mindset, and you will get that mindset where this kind of motivation and feeling will come over you and you'll be like, right, oh my God, I need to do this. And it will come, but just don't put pressure on yourself at the same time. But anyway, time is passing regardless of what we do. That is the message for the end of the video. I am going to start posting more about my weight gain journey on my Instagram and just about how I'm tackling exercise, because exercise is kind of the huge driver for me at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to share that on my Instagram because I don't want to ramble too much. But anyway, I'm sending so much love. I am so proud of you and keep on going. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.